All right, my beautiful people, thanks so much for tuning in to episode number 68 of How Rich People Think. Wealth Begins in the Mind. Of course, we're going through the book, How Rich People Think by Steve Siebold. Steve, I'm coming from my check. This is ERGJ, Certified Financial Educator, letting you know that wealth truly does begin in the mind. You must be wealthy in your mind long before you're wealthy in your wallet. So what we're doing, we're going through the Financial Book Club, and we are on this book here. Now, I like this book because not only does it give you a passage of the day, but it also gives you a quote of the day, a critical thinking question of the day, and an action step of the day. If you'd like to get this book, you can actually get it through me. I've got a website, www.ergj.net, and I've got a recommended read section. That's where the Financial Book Club goes through, and we'll be finishing this book up once we get to day number 100, and we'll be going on to another book. But this is consistent daily practice, 15 minutes a day to keep broke away. Well, hey, guys, I know you don't have a lot of time. I don't have a lot of time. It's day number 68. Let's get it. The middle class believes money will make them happier. The world class knows money has little to do with happiness. The middle class believes money will make them happier. The world class knows money has little to do with happiness. Now, the masses have always misunderstood money. The masses have always misunderstood money, from its nonlinear nature to how and why it flows. The average person doesn't get it, and odds are they never will. Now, how is that for a motivational thought? The average person doesn't get it, and odds are they never will. How's that for a motivational thought? It may not be uplifting, but it's statistically accurate. The most common misconception about money is that more will make you happier. The masses are famous for constantly stating money won't make you happy, while simultaneously attempting to convince themselves it's true. Since they have never experienced a substantial surplus and are in a constant struggle to survive, believing money won't make them happier is a tough sell. But they repeat it to themselves and others their whole lives because of early childhood programming. They repeat it to themselves and others their whole lives because of early childhood programming. So when you want to think to yourself, you want to ask yourself, how have you been programmed? What's your program like as it relates to your relationship with money? Everyone's been programmed. Everyone through their lifetime has been programmed, but we're doing some reprogramming with 15 minutes a day. Inputting this knowledge, inputting this wisdom into our subconsciousness and cultivating it on a day-by-day basis. Early childhood program. So most of the people who bestowed their limiting beliefs on them were also broke and simply repeating the program that was passed down to them. So what we're talking about at the end of the day, when he says childhood programming and passing down programming, we're talking about generational curses. These ideas, these philosophies, these ideologies that we pass down generation upon generation, broke generation to broke generation. And someone in the lineage, someone in the line at some point has to say the buck stops here. And I've decided that for my family, the buck stops here. We're going to stop passing down this broke mentality, and we start to enforce a prosperous, a rich, and abundant mentality. So the masses struggle with this belief because they are desperate for money. The irony is this belief is actually true. Once you cover your basic needs, excess money will not make you happier, and every rich person knows it. You don't get rich to get happier. You get rich for the freedom it brings. You don't get rich to get happier. You get rich for the freedom it brings. So guys, I want you to write in the comments below freedom, because here's the deal. Many people are thinking about money and trying to get wealthy because they think it's going to make them happier. But once we equate money to freedom, then now it's really something that's worth fighting for, because we'll fight for freedom, but we're not necessarily fighting to get rich, fighting to get wealthy so that we can buy our very own freedom. So once again, you don't get rich to get happier. You get rich for the freedom it brings. Rich people control most aspects of their lives because they control their time. Write in the comments below, control my time. Rich people control most aspects of their lives because they control their time. It allows you to live life on your terms, but it's unlikely to make you any happier. It's like being hungry every day and barely getting enough food, and suddenly you wake up to a smorgasbord. It's amazing for a few weeks, and then you adjust to having unlimited access to anything you want to eat. Does it make you happier? Yes, but only temporarily. So the masses created this belief to make themselves feel better about being poor, yet they were actually correct. The sad irony of the story is, while they say it, they don't really believe it. The best solution is to get rich and prove it to yourself. The best solution is to get rich and prove it to yourself. Now here's your quote of the day from Arnold Schwarzenegger. He says, "Money doesn't make you happy. I now have $50 million, but I was just as happy when I had $48 million. Money doesn't make you happy. I now have $50 million, but I was just as happy when I had $48 million. That's by Arnold Schwarzenegger. Here's your critical thinking question of the day. Here's what you want to think about as it relates to what we have discussed today. Are you expecting money to give you more opportunities and freedom or to make you happy? Are you expecting money to give you more opportunities and freedom or to make you happy? And here's your action step. Here's what you want to do with what we discussed today. Make a list of 10 things you'll be able to do as a millionaire that you can't do now. Make a list of the 10 things you'll be able to do as a millionaire that you can't do now. Well, guys, that's day number 68 of How Rich People Think. Steve, I'm coming for my check. And just to run a recap, the title was Middle Class Believes Money Will Make Them Happier. World Class Knows Money Has Little to Do with Happiness. Where I'm ERGJ, your certified financial educator, letting you know that on Saturday of this week, which is the 13th, in 2 days, still got 2 days to sign, actually today and tomorrow, to sign your child up for lesson 1, Path to Success of our 12-week financial education program for middle school students. That's grades 4 through 8. So it's $10 to sign up. You can go to my website, www.ergj.net, to sign up your child so we can start teaching the kids about money. And then also, if you want to get this book, you can get it through the same website as well. But I want to thank you for your time, and I want to remind you of this, that you must be wealthy in your mind long before you're wealthy in your wallet.